Hello and welcome to my video series on Microsoft Visual Studio. Last lesson we looked at how to create tables in Microsoft's SQL Server. Today we're going to look at actually being able to create a relational schema using a database diagram. Okay, so let's get started. The way that we do this is we go up to here to database diagrams and we right click on that and we simply click on add new diagram. The reason we want to create a relational schema is to specify the relationship between tables in our database. And we see here that I've got 4 tables in my database: results, student, subject, and teacher. And I double click each of those tables to add it to my diagram. We see here that in a previous diagram, if I open that up, I've already got a diagram one here using those 4 tables, and SQL Server is smart enough to recognize I've already created those relationships. But what I'm going to do is I am going to just temporarily delete these relationships. So for the purpose of this video, then we can show you how to create the relationships between tables. Okay, so I've got my 4 tables and we want to look at creating relationships between these tables. Well, the first thing we need to do is actually try and we'll start with the parent field in each of the tables. So for example, with the teacher ID here, we see that teacher ID appears in the teacher table and also in the subject table. And what we're going to do here is we're going to create a relationship between the teacher and the subject. So we know that a teacher teaches many subjects. So the way that we do that is we say, let's drag that field over to the teacher table, to the subject table, and put it on teacher ID. And it says, okay, this is a relationship name. The primary key table we know is the teacher table, and the secondary table is the subject table, and the 2 fields that we want to join are teacher ID and teacher ID. So I click OK on that. There's a whole lot of extra fields that we could manipulate, but we're not going to for the purposes of this video. Okay, by default, Microsoft Access does it really nicely. SQL Server does not. You actually have to drag the lines yourself to make sure that it makes sense for you. Even though it actually has created relationships, it doesn't appear to be exact in the diagram. I look at my next table and I can see here that I've got a student table, and I know that a student also has results, and I know that a subject also has results. So basically here I've got subject num, so that's my primary key here. I'm going to put in my subject num over here. Same thing as before, subject is a primary table, my foreign is results, and they're the 2 fields that I want to join. And I'll just go OK. So I'll just go that down to subject num, drag that across there, back up to subject num. Cool. And the final relationship that I want to do here is that I have a student doing with results. So I want to link the subject num to the subject num here. Same thing, primary key, foreign key, and they're the 2 fields that I want to join up. And I'll just go OK. And we see here now that we have enforced referential integrity between our tables, and that will then allow us to ensure that we have good, I suppose, integrity of data when being entered in at a form level. So that concludes the video on how to create a relational schema in SQL Server.